Brittany, you were asking about the hard game I was discussing before with the Greek gods, Artemis, Dionysus, Apollo, and so on. What's the difference between them? Well, they were really just, and I'll pull this back up in a minute. So these are really just different variables. Like I could have made them A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but I didn't want to because that would make it easier for you to symbolize. Just kind of like LSAT giving people numbers 0 through 4 rather than letters made it harder for them to symbolize when people are used to using numbers to orient themselves and put things in order. So Aphrodite could have been letter A, and I could have made Apollo letter B and Aries letter C and so on. And I just chose not to do that because I wanted to make it more difficult for you. Now, you might ask, well, how could I kind of remove that layer? I made an easy version of this exact same logic game where I translated the Greek gods into simple letters, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, actually, just so that it would be a bit more manageable. So I'm going to put the link to this particular one, the easy version, in the chat as well, so you can kind of compare and contrast the two. Now, I see, Brittany, that you're asking about the difference between choice A and choice D within this game. And yeah, I think I see what you're getting at, because people are like, there must be a mistake in those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm supposed that Brittany actually attempted this game earlier and couldn't resolve the difference. And so I kind of want to explain that, because I got extra nasty on this game. I think I may have had a little too much fun throwing you all curveballs as I wrote this. So I kind of played dirty on this one, where typically you'll find that for an orientation question like number 1 here, you can take one rule at a time and apply it to all 5 answer choices and check for violations. And so by doing that, what you see is that you can eliminate one choice for each of the 5 and you get to your correct answer pretty quickly. But what's happening here is you could take one rule at a time, apply it to all 5, but you're still down to A and D and nothing is clicking, where A at first glance appears to be good with all the rules and D appears at first glance to be good at all the rules. Now, for extra credit, I'll be super impressed if anyone's able to tell why one of A or D is wrong. I have a million comments below this where people are kind of walking through, as you can see, like, what is it? What is it? What is it? It doesn't make any sense. I can't figure it out. And it's nasty. It's not really quite fair. But again, when none of the rules are clicking and none of the rules are getting you to the answer, you have to look back at the initial paragraph. And I know I'm taking a long time to get to this because I'm stretching it out on purpose in a way. The key is right here in this sentence. The 7 Greek deities are Aphrodite, Apollo, Ares, Artemis, Athena, Demeter, Dionysus. Now, if you look at choice A, do we have all 7 of those deities? Yes. If we look at choice D, do we have all 7 of those deities? Now I see someone's leaving a chat. Maybe they figured it out. Yes, Daphne got it. Because Athena appears twice. Daphne, you get bonus points, and I'm going to send you a freebie after this class just for getting that, because that was awesome that you spotted that. So Athena appears twice, and we are missing somebody. Who are we missing? We've got Aphrodite, we've got Apollo, Ares, Artemis. Do we have Ares? Yes, exactly. So we do not have Ares. Ares is missing from choice D, but choice A has all 7 of them. And you might think it's not fair to play dirty like that. LSAT would never do that. And my answer is you haven't done enough hard LSAT questions, because LSAT loves to play dirty, and they love to make it where you can't solve a question from the rules. You've got to go back to the initial paragraph and look at some bigger picture conceptual thing that you may not have listed as a simple rule. You may not have, but it still is a fundamental constraint of the game. And so for that reason, I would caution you, always look back at the initial paragraph if something is not clicking for you from the rules, or maybe if there was something in the rules that you were not able to easily diagram, then think bigger, think to those more abstract conceptual questions or conceptual rules or ideas that you may not have articulated or diagrammed as a simple rule, but it still is valid, and you've got to take it seriously.